It's Lee. It's Lee. Lee Lance. Well, season's greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Lee Learns. All right, so we're getting towards the end of the year. The years just go so quick. I think if as soon as you get to like 21, that's it. Things go pretty quick. So just before I begin on today's topic, so recently my father passed away. Um, So going through a lot of stuff there. That's why there'll be some gaps with uploading and things going on with that. So um, things of that nature. Um, so there'll be some stuff I'll probably cover that a bit more in future videos. Um, yeah. So just processing that at the moment. But uh, yes, I won't go too much into that. So today's topic is going to be about Christmas. I want to learn a little bit about Christmas. There's things I don't know. Um, but just going back to what I just said about the year going so quick. That was one of my dad's one of his sayings was, um, once you hit 21, things always go faster. His theory was it was because when you're a kid, you're always waiting for something, and just because you're waiting, things go for such a long time. And when you're done waiting, you're 18, you can drive, you can do all these things. You're not waiting for anything anymore, so things just go super fast. Um, yeah, probably some truth in that. So if you like this video, share, subscribe. Make sure when you subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Um, yeah, happy to read your comments, all that sort of stuff. I do appreciate that if you do leave a comment. All right, so let's get into it. Christmas. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll share this. Let's go Christmas. Ah, the origins of Christmas stem from both the pagan and Roman cultures. The Romans actually celebrated two holidays in the month of December. The first was Saturnalia. Sounds like a planet. Saturnalia, below Uranus. So the first was Saturnalia, which was a 2-week festival honoring their god of agriculture, Saturn. Hey, there you go. Saturnalia. There you go. I was onto something. On December 25th, they celebrated the birth of Mithra, their sun god. Okay, let me see. Tab there. And we wait. All right. Both celebrations were raucous, drunken parties. Also in December, in which the darkest day of the year falls, the pagan cultures lit bonfires and candles to keep the darkness at bay. The Romans also incorporated this tradition into their own celebrations. Oh, here we go. Christmas tree. All right, this is going to be good. All right. Part of the solstice celebrations of pagan cultures decorated their homes with greens in anticipation of the spring to come. Evergreen trees remained green during the coldest and darkest days, so they were thought to hold special powers. Yeah, I could see that. The Romans also decorated their temples with fir trees during Saturnalia and decorated them with bits of metal. There are even records of the Greeks decorating trees in honor of their gods. Interestingly, the first trees brought into the pagan homes were hung from the ceiling upside down, much like Keith Richards. Wayne's World can't be killed by conventional weapons. He hangs upside down. The tree tradition we're accustomed to today hails from Northern Europe, where Germanic pagan tribes decorated evergreen green trees in worship of the god Woden with candles and dried fruit. Tradition was incorporated into the Christian faith in Germany during the 1500s. They decorated trees in their homes with sweets, lights, and toys. Okay, so that's where that more or less comes from. All right, so next part I'm a little bit excited about because I'll share with you what I always thought about the whole Santa Claus thing. What I was taught anyway. All right, so inspired by St. Nicholas, the Christmas tradition has Christian roots rather than pagan ones. Born in southern Turkey around 280, he was a bishop in the early Christian church and suffered persecution and imprisonment for his faith. He was from a wealthy family, renowned for his generosity towards the poor and disenfranchised. Okay. All right, so legends surrounding him abound, but the most famous is how he saved three daughters from being sold into slavery. Holy hell. There was no dowry to entice a man to marry them, so it was the father's last resort. St. Nicholas is said to have tossed gold through an open window into the home, thus saving them from their fate. All right, so the gold landed in a sock, drying by the fire, so children started hanging stockings by their fires in hopes St. Nicholas would toss gifts into them. In honor of his passing, December 6th was declared St. Nicholas Day. St. Nicholas Day. Santa Claus. St. Nicholas. That's what I was taught anyway. Time went on. Each European culture adapted versions of St. Nicholas. Swiss and German cultures, Christkind or Kris Kringle, Christ Child, accompanied St. Nicholas to deliver presents to well-behaved children. Jolterman was a happy elf delivering gifts via a sleigh drawn by goats in Sweden. There was Father Christmas in England and Père Noël, not Père Noël, Père Noël in France. Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Lorraine, France, and parts of Germany, who was known as Sinterklaas. Klaus. Yeah, there we go. Klaus, for the record, is a shortened version of the name Nicholas. Nicholas. This is where the Americanized Santa Claus comes from. All right, there we go. All right, so I was partly sort of correct. Jeez. A lot of information here. Hey, here's something. All right, so it wasn't until the early 1800s that American Christmas began to take shape. Washington Irving wrote a series of stories of a wealthy English landowner who invites his workers to have dinner with him. Irving liked the idea of people of all backgrounds and social status coming together for a festive holiday. So he told a tale that reminisced about old Christmas traditions that had been lost but were restored by this wealthy landowner. Through Irving's story, this idea began to take hold in the hearts of the American public. All right, okay. 1822, Clement Clark Moore wrote an account of a visit from St. Nicholas for his daughters is now famously known as The Night Before Christmas. That's what my girlfriend wants to watch, I guess, for this Christmas. So we'll be doing that along with Silent Night, Deadly Night, because, you know, Santa Claus with an axe, always a good one. And of course, you know, Chevy Chase, Christmas Vacation. In the modern idea of Santa Claus as a jolly man flying through the sky on a sleigh took hold. All right. So that was born from that. Okay. Later in 1881, the artist Thomas Nast was hired to draw a depiction of Santa for a Coca Cola. Here we are, Coca Cola advertisement. He created a rotund Santa with a wife named Mrs. Claus surrounded by worker elves. After this, the image of Santa as a cheerful, fat, white bearded man in a red suit became embedded in American culture. All right, 1870, President Ulysses S. Grant declared it a federal holiday. Wow. Yeah, see that Coca-Cola part there. That's what I heard. Like, that's actually when I was probably in high school, I was told that that's how it sort of went. But it was sort of like Coca-Cola invented Santa Claus. Yeah. it didn't. I guess in a way it just maybe created the myth of like the image of him. Maybe you could say that, but not really created him. But it's funny. I wonder where the whole lump of coal thing came from. Like it's probably somewhere here. Which, of course, if you think about it, lump of coal is probably more valuable than a Christmas present. All this stuff seems like pretty legit. Like it's all giving the same information, I guess. Yeah, Christmas means Christ Mass. Wow. Let me see. What else can we sort of look at? Uh, so maybe let's see about this lump of coal thing. All right. Okay. So this doesn't make sense to me. In the 19th and 20th centuries, coal was commonly burned to heat homes, right? So when Santa Claus came to visit, it was convenient to grab a lump to leave for children on his naughty list. Okay, so that's the thing I don't understand is like if it's used to heat the home, isn't it a good thing that he leaves some coal there? I don't know. Am I missing something? All right. Originally published in the December 10th to 12th, 2004 issue of now defunct magazine USA Weekend. It was released as a standalone book in 2008. It is meant to parody traditional Christmas children's Christmas stories, a la the 1823 poem. Was the night before Christmas. All right. Yeah, still don't get the thing of that, but I think here we are. Okay, check this out quick. 2004, Killers released a Christmas jingle, Joel the Lump of Coal. Rather than featuring traditional Christmas characters, the story tells the story of Joel, animated chunk of coal, who wants to be given as a Christmas present. Coal, everyone knows, is not a gift anyone desires. It is a punishment and a rebuke. Yeah, I guess if you guess maybe it's because of like wanting toys and things like that. Um, all right. So it was a time when Joel and coal would have been happily received by many Americans until the turn of the 20th century. Coal was a token to ward off winter's chill. Only as fossil fuel supplies and access expanded did a gift of coal become a consequence of naughtiness. But a century has passed since coal was in widespread domestic and industrial use. Today, as humans still burn coal despite the known ecological costs, better be it might better serve as a reminder of collective ecological arrogance. Okay. I guess what they're trying to say here is um it should be naughty now because it's such a bad thing. Maybe. Um Account of a visit from Saint Nicholas. Imagine Saint Nick as wholly benevolent, his bag containing only toys for the good little girls and boys. Even images that record his disciplinary role leave out the dark lumps. Similar poem published 2 years before. Old Santa Claus with much delight. Santa states, but where I found the children naughty, I left a long black birchen rod as a threat. A lash meant for punishment appears, but again, no coal. I don't know. Don't the elves give the kids a beating? Okay. All right. Wow. I guess I always assumed that it was something to do with if like kids want toys, they don't want coal. So like as we get older, nobody wants a towel for Christmas, but then we need towels as we get older. Oh yeah, thanks mum for those socks, or thanks grandma for the underwear. Maybe it's sort of just something to do with that. Anyway, wow. So some of the stuff I kind of knew, but not really. The whole Santa Claus Coca Cola thing, knew that. Was led down the garden path a little bit. Um, yeah, so let me know what you think. Um, your thoughts on Christmas, even like what are you guys up to for Christmas? That'd be good, see what everybody's doing. Um, what does it mean to you? My sister was born on Christmas Day. Holds significance for our family because everybody has to be there for her birthday. So she gets to celebrate her birthday, which I can comfortably say she was not pleased about for the probably first 40 years of her existence. But I think it's slowly getting there. It's going to be an interesting Christmas this year. But yeah, so like I said before, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Um, yeah, and I thank you for doing so. Um, hope everybody's okay out there. Yeah, hope to chat to you all later on. All right, thank you. Bye. Ho ho ho.